Hello, this is Tim Allaire, and I am going to be doing my project for Nos130 and file and folder renaming, deletion, copying, and moving. I'm going to go ahead and start with the file first, and we'll do file renaming. Basically, the first method to change your file name is actually clicking once with your left mouse button, and you can change the name to whatever it is that you want, and that will change the actual name of it. The second way that you can change it is by going up here to your file menu and going down to rename and changing it back to whatever you choose. The third way is to click on the file and to come over here to rename this file. And again, you can change it to basically whatever you would like. The next thing is file deletion. There's three different ways to delete a file. The first way is to right click on the file and to come down to delete. Excuse me. And I'm actually going to delete this file because I'd like to play with it, so I'm just going to keep it right there. The second way that you can delete your file is select the file that you would like, go up here to File on your menu bar and come down to Delete. And the third way is to select the file and come over here to delete this file on your task pane. The next thing I'm going to be doing is file copying. And basically there are three ways to copy a file. First one is, as the other two, right click with your mouse button and scroll down to copy, and you can copy the file and paste it to basically wherever you'd like to. The second way that you can copy a file is to go over here to your task pane, and you can copy this file, and basically it'll do the same thing, only this time you can choose wherever you wish to place it and what other file you can, and go ahead and hit copy, and the copy will be sent. And then the third way is to come up here to your edit command, in which case you can copy the file to go to wherever, and you can go ahead and paste it, say on your desktop or to another folder, what have you. The next thing that we're going to go to is file moving. And basically there are four ways that we can move a file. The first one is the right click on your mouse, and you can come over here to this command called send to. Basically, if you go to the send to command, you can pick My Documents and send it to someplace in My Documents, and or you can choose another file to send it to. The second way that you can move a file is to select the file and go over here to the Move This File, and you can select wherever it is that you choose to move it. Again, this menu will pop up and you can move it to another file if you want to. Let's see, the next way is you can select the file, come up here to the File, File, and then you can go down to Send To, and you can pick someplace, My Documents, and or wherever it is that you need to send your file to. And the last way that you can do it is select your file, go up to the Edit, and you can actually move to another folder if you choose to, which all four of those commands will work. Okay, let's see, I'm now going to be moving on to folders. Alright, I've got a bunch of folders in here, and you can pretty much. Some of them are mine, some of them are my wife's, but I'm going to be playing with this particular one that says Nos130. The first way that you can rename a file is to right-click on the file, and it will give you, sorry, I hit it too many times, but you can rename the file by clicking on it once, and it will give you the opportunity to type in whatever it is that you want to change it to, and there it is. Second way that you can do it is by clicking on the folder, coming up to File, and then go down to Rename, and you can put in something else, if I can spell my name. And the last way that you can rename it is to come over here to your task pane and rename this file, and we'll just put Nos130 back in there, and that's how you rename a file. Next is folder deletion. Basically, you can come up here to your folder deletion, up to your folder, and the first way is again the right-click command. Go down to delete, and you can delete it. Of course, it's going to ask you if you want to delete it, and you would say yes. The second way is to come up here, select your file, hit File, and come down to your delete, and that is the second way that you can delete it. The third way is to select your file and come down on your task pane and delete it. The next one is file copying. There are three ways to copy a file. The first one being right-click, go to Copy. You can copy it and paste it in another place the same way you could with a file. Second way is your task pane over here. Go to Copy this folder. Again, you can copy it and paste it someplace else. And then the third way is to come up to your Edit and go ahead and copy it from your Edit. The very last thing that I'm going to talk about this evening is moving a folder. Basically, there are 4 ways to move a folder. First way is to open it up, right-click on it, send to, and pick a specific place on My Documents that you wish to move your folder to, and it will be moved in that fashion. The same way that you can right-click on it, you can come over to your task pane and move the folder to wherever you wish to move it. The third way that you can move it is by clicking on it, by coming up to your file and going down to Send To. Again, picking some place that you wish to send it to or move it to, and that works as well. And I believe the last way that you can move your file is to click on it, go up to Edit, and to move this folder. And that, I believe, is all that you need for file moving and folder moving. And hopefully next time this will be a little bit smoother, but I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time, and I greatly appreciate it.